What you're getting from Lottery is really a 2026 version of Shaggy.
Yeah.
As Shaggy's music. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming on there and say you're gonna get some trend or something like that, that's not it. I think that's a mistake I see a lot of legacy artists do by trying to make new music. And you got a fan base that has been with me for 30 years that have been rocking with me and filling, venues with me. And then you're gonna do something that they're like, well, I can't even relate to this. Mm-hmm. So I literally try to create subject matters that's relatable to people's lives, both young and old, right? But it's still Shaggy, you know? And that's that Shaggy feel that you're gonna get. Like when I say dancehall, reggae, and Shaggy music, is Shaggy music.
Right, and and I would imagine, not even imagine, at your shows now you have parents and children together.
Oh yeah.
Coming in, so you're speaking to multiple generations.
Absolutely. So I can't get too explicit either. I can't get, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, and that hybrid style of like
then
Shaggy music.
Yeah, then you alienate yourself from the money.
How long? Man, that heavy talk right there. This is what I need to hear.
Like, why you want to do that?
Why you want to do that?
Yeah, it's the Almanac of Rap show. I got opinions and they all factual. No news, just information that you won't be able to use unless you're at a dinner party trying to impress who's in attendance with endless tidbits of nonsense. We're gonna have a good time, I promise. YouTube rabbit holes, Reddit deep dives, pulling out old interviews from the archives. Styles, fads, trends, all of that. It's the Almanac of Rap.
Welcome to the Almanac of Rap, the show that caught you red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. I'm your host, Donwill, and today's guest is Shaggy. Shaggy is an award-winning reggae artist with more than a few smash hits under his belt. And in today's conversation, we talk about the early days of his career, how he connected with Sting, as well as the impact of his biggest records. We'll get into that in a second, but first, I gotta kick the Ballistics. Eddie Murphy was viral before going viral even existed. He pioneered the concept of the rock star comedian, and everything from his leather suits to actual jokes became subject matter for pop culture to eat off of. From the costumes of Coming to America to the quotes in Boomerang, his career has been seared into our collective consciousness, because you gotta coordinate. Two highly recognizable sound bites that come to mind are Hercules and Goonie Goo Goo. Hercules is from the dinner table scene in The Nutty Professor, where the kid being played by Eddie Murphy is being cheered on by his family, who's also being played by Eddie Murphy. I know, amazing. Goonie Goo Goo is from Delirious, his first stand-up special, and one of the only two that he's released. The phrase itself comes from an impersonation of his dad being drunk at the family cookout and outing Eddie's Aunt Bunny for being a Bigfoot. Not having big feet, but being an actual mythical Bigfoot. Now, I'm not doing the joke any justice by trying to tell a version of it, so you watch it yourself. Trust me, it's hilarious.
Hey man, it wasn't me.
The second special is titled Raw, and while his body of film stand-up specials may not be as large as some other comedians, the impact of those 2 hours of comedy is massive. And if you want to see the impact in real time, look no further than hip-hop. Take, for instance, the song Ice Cream by Raekwon. On the intro to this record, where Method Man says, "Hey mom, throw down some money, the ice cream man is coming." That line is directly lifted from Delirious. The joke that it comes from is the one where Eddie discussed how crazy the ice cream truck would make kids in the summertime.
Hold on. Don, what the Hey, Kobe, wasn't me, man.
Now, I don't know the reason why they didn't directly sample the audio, but I'm assuming it's the same reason why I'm talking about this joke and not showing it to you. Another song that I think shows Eddie's influence is Pull Over by Trina. Now, this is just my theory, but the hook to the song sounds like it could have been lifted from one of Eddie Murphy's jokes in Raw. The joke that he's telling in the special is about the sound of the siren that the hypothetical gay police would make. And I could be bugging, but that sound is suspiciously similar to the hook of Pull Over by Trina. Whoop whoop, pull over, that ass too fat. Sidebar. Eddie Murphy is one of the greatest comedians of all time, but it has to be said that some of the material in these stand-up specials did not age well. But that's a conversation for another time. The biggest example of this phenomena is It Wasn't Me by Shaggy. For those of you that don't know, the song was built directly from a joke in Eddie Murphy's Raw. The joke is about being caught cheating and flat out lying, and that resulted in the song that Shaggy made. And that song has since been used in everything from Super Bowl ads to courtroom defense strategy.
I know how much it costs, dog. I'm sorry for your loss. Wasn't me. Was not me.
Now, instead of walking you guys through my take on what happened, how about we talk to the man himself about it, as well as the rest of his ever-evolving career. Check out the Okayplayer shop for exclusive collectibles and limited runs. That's shop.okayplayer.com. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Almanac of Rap. Today's guest is an international superstar who's won multiple awards, including a Grammy, a Juno, and a Brit Award, as well as being given an honorary Doctor of Fine Arts degree from Brown University. He's also been bestowed with Man of Distinction honors in Jamaica. Please welcome to the show, Dr. Shaggy CD. Man.
There's a lot more to that. And by the way, you got to not just hip hop and reggae.
Hip hop and reggae.
That's what,
Yeah.
I'm changing y'all title at that point.
Listen, man, this is your interview. So we defer to you. Absolutely.
We're here now.
Because you've had a long career and we got a pretty short interview. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I can, but there's no way to get it all. I'm digging into nooks and crannies though. You know what I'm saying? First off, how do you win a Juno Award and you're not Canadian?
You can if you have the biggest record in the world.
I wish we had an air horn.
Yeah, at that time, Hot Shot was the biggest international album of the year.
Yeah.
In Canada, almost everything. I've had a very long love affair with Canada. Almost every single Shaggy single that has ever gone out there is connected for us.
You know what I think a lot of people will be shocked to find out is how international Toronto and Canadian cities are.
Oh yeah.
Like
crazy. It's a melting pot.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot of different, cultures. You're looking at a country that part of it speaks French.
And you go there and you try to talk to somebody, and they're like,
yeah, at least in America, everybody's English. In Canada, you better brush up on your French.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's cool.
But okay, so another question is, you're a commander of the Order of Distinction.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty high rank in Jamaica. For people who don't know what that is, could you just explain it?
It doesn't come with a parking space or anything. It's just,
okay.
It's just a title. I wish when I got it, I was like, I'm not going to get tickets anymore. Yeah. But no, it doesn't.
Cue the police officer.
It's great to be recognized by your country for what you've done for their culture, and that's not the highest one. The highest one, I think, is the Order of Jamaica.
Okay.
Which Usain Bolt got that. He's probably the youngest guy that ever. Normally you get that when you're mad old.
You got a couple years left.
Yeah, I'm hopefully one day that's bestowed upon me. But if it doesn't, I'm okay. I got a bunch of other ones. That's great.
So is this similar to being knighted, or
it would kind of be, because
Yeah.
it's actually given to you by the Governor General, which
Yeah.
is the representative of the Queen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like all of these accolades and all of this stuff. One place you didn't rank high in was the military.
No,
You got
I came out
D-ranked.
of because I used to drive from North Carolina, where I was stationed, to New York every weekend, just to cut records.
Yep.
So I would drive in my uniform because all of the state troopers are ex-Marines.
Smart.
So if they pulled me over, they'd be like, all right, slow down and let me
Yeah.
go. But I voiced big up in my uniform. I recorded Oak Carolina in my uniform at INS Studios.
So you're in the booth,
Yeah.
fully decked out, uniform.
Yeah, uniform, yeah.
Man, I wish you had video.
And I recorded, and then I jump back and I drive back another 9 hours. So,
Yeah, and I know the story's been
18
told.
hours every week just to make records, just to be in the culture, because North Carolina didn't have no dancehall culture.
What year were you in North Carolina again?
I served between 1988 and 1991.
Okay, yeah.
So within that time.
Yeah, I was down there in the late '90s, but it definitely it's like a
Where were you at? Fayetteville? Where?
Greensboro.
Greensboro. Yeah.
I wasn't in the military. I was in college.
Oh, okay. No, I was at Jacksonville. That's
Okay.
where- yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you consider your style of music toasting or sing Jane?
All right. There are 3 types of music.
Talk about it.
There's dancehall music, there's reggae music, and there's Shaggy music. I do Shaggy music.
You do Shaggy music.
Shaggy music is a hybrid music. Hybrid music means I started really early. I went on tour. I used to do straight dancehall, like big up on them songs, and Mumpy and All Virgin and all them records. They were big dancehall records. I was a Get a Superstar. I got into every club free. I drink for free, and I leave with the hottest chick. It was beautiful. I was young. I was wild. It was great.
You're painting a really nice picture here,
Now, let
man.
me tell you, I went on tour with Maxi Priest. It was a background singer at the time, doing all the toasting stuff with him. He went to Brazil. He was playing at a thing called Rock in Rio. On the bill, I saw Nirvana was on the bill with him, Simply Red, Aerosmith. We're all there tonight. We're all hanging backstage. And I saw 80,000 people singing every line to Maxi Priest. And I realized to myself, oh, hold up, no dancehall sound system was playing Maxi Priest.
Mm-hmm.
Light switch went off. And I'm like, this is what I want. I don't want that other shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a ghetto superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in the hood, that'd be like, yo, he good in the hood. But
Yeah.
you could only tour in the hood. Nah.
No chitlin circuit for you.
Yeah. So he was just like, boom. And so I came back and switched it up. And then we started doing Old Carolina and songs like that. And that went to #1. And then I got signed with Virgin. And that time in 1991, when we 1993, when we signed, it was the highest signing ever of any dancehall artist who got £1 million at that time from Virgin Records. Unheard of.
We got to put air horns in post.
You're gonna run out of the canister by the time I'm done.
But okay, so I remember what I wanted to ask you, and it circles back to the question about you in the military.
Yeah.
The story of your voice.
Yeah.
And how you got such a distinctive singing voice.
Yeah, we used to sing cadence. But, it started from mocking, like, the drill instructors. 'Cause
Right.
drill instructors talk to you like, hey, man, hey, boy, drop and give me 20, boy. It's that thing. They put a voice on just to project. So I just started mocking. I was like the clown. I started mocking them. Let me tell you something, boy. You won't get it. You know what I mean? And it's that voice. And then I started to run cadence and singing, I don't know, but I've been told my CEO wears pantyhose. And it's just funny.
Yeah.
But when you're doing like 3 miles singing like that, that's vocal training without you knowing it's vocal training.
1,000%.
So then I started doing Old Carolina. I said, what if I do this song like Old Carolina? It was really like mock, because it was originally a ska record.
Yeah.
Right? So one of my biggest ska influence was Toots. And he was like, 5446, that's my number. Oh, darling. You know what I mean? So I just literally just started, Oh, Carolina, and put that same voice to it.
Yeah.
And it just connected. And after that, I was like, well, they give me $1 million for this. I'm singing every song. Mr. Lava, here's another $1 million.
So listen, not making rank was a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we just do it.
Listen. What are some of your favorite rhythms?
Dancehall rhythms?
Dancehall rhythms, yeah.
If I had to pick, well, I think there's 2 that I think is the most popular one. One, I would say, if it's back in the 80s, it would be Sling Ting.
Sling Ting?
Yeah. That was like everybody's rhythm.
That's
Yeah, classic, right?
Keep
Right?
going back. Keep
And the other one for me is Showtime.
What's Showtime?
Showtime is,
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Every dancehall artist jump on a Showtime.
Are there any new ones that you feel like are like becoming standard Pantheon kind of classic rhythms?
As far as the new ones,
Yeah.
I said
Or
the
just recent
YSFL rhythm, or that's the name of it. Yeah, that YFL rhythm. That's
Okay.
probably the new one of this era that everybody's on.
And what's the YFL rhythm?
It's kind of like it's really a fusion. It's a hybrid. It's kind of it's really a hip hop beat, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's got that bass line that kind of brings it into a dancehall realm, and then the melodies and flows they put on is all dancehall. I think Fabulous actually put a joint on there too, which was great.
Okay, we got some homework to do at the show. So.
Yeah.
So since you spoke on hip hop a little bit, talk to me about the intersection of hip hop and reggae dancehall?
I can talk about hip hop more than any of y'all in it because y'all are youngins. and I know y'all think that everything starts since there was Instagram and TikTok, but things happened before that.
Yeah.
Not because we didn't have cameras and phones to show it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to be at the Bentley, and even out here at used to have a club out here on Empire called Illusion. I remember when Jay and Dame Dash and all of them used to come. There's a guy called Ralph McDaniel from Video Music Box.
I know Ralph, yeah.
And Ralph and me. Ralph actually he's the music director. He was actually the video director for Oh Carolina.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I know he was video director for a bunch of stuff, like on the low, just uncredited.
His first one was Oh Carolina. He did that for me.
Okay.
Right? And the Oh Carolina video was directed by Ralph McDaniel, and this is gonna freak you out. The art director on that video was Hype Williams. Yeah.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, that's how far I'm going back. We used to be at a place called Rocket Studio in the city. And that used to be there with me. Puff used to be over there back in the day. Eddie F, Heavy.
Oh man.
Heavy D, Pete Rock, all them, Chad Elliott, Devontae. You know what I mean? All of us, we used to Maxi Priest used to be at that time, and then we used to all rehearse there. It was some wild stuff. That was a wild place. When I'd be there when Mary was there and Casey was there. It was crazy. It was some wild times back then. You know? But it was a movie, because you gotta remember now that who broke Puffy wasn't even Biggie. It was Supercat.
Supercat. Yep.
Supercat broke Biggie. Right? Darling, my baby. Biggie came in and popped that verse. It's the first time you ever heard of Biggie.
I love the way you call me Big Puff. And then Puff kicked the verse.
And Puff, I'm telling you, that's the first time you ever heard of Biggie Smalls was on a reggae, on a dancehall record. That was Supercat. That's how intricate Supercat was to dancehall, to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop, dancehall was the main thing back in them days. You know what I mean? And when Buju exploded on the scene, it was incredible. And Diamond, Supercat, Shaba was God. Shaba was like Jesus.
I'm from Ohio.
You know what I'm saying? So
and Shaba was running.
Oh yeah. To this day, they argue about king of the dance, and I think it's many kings. Don't get me wrong, but like I said every day, if I had to crown one person, it'd probably be Shaba, because he embodied it all. Because Shaba was a dude. He only sold like gold on the records, but this guy was large in life. He was with A-listers. Yeah. Like, none of these guys are hanging out with A-listers. You know what I mean? Shaba was with, doing red carpets and hanging out in clubs with like Eddie Murphy and these guys. I mean, that's when Eddie was hot too. You know what I mean? Arsenio. He had Mike Tyson. I mean, Shaba was A-lister at the time dealing with it, man.
1,000%. So I was gonna ask who some of your hip hop influences were, but I think you kind of just laid it out.
A lot of that. The Cat especially. Cat and I used to DJ sounds together. So Cat is like, one of the greatest to ever do it. His style, just one of the greatest has ever walked in, and still. Him and I had a friendship for a while, for a long time, and he kind of was looking out for me in the early days on sound system. He was just that guy, a super cat.
Yeah. So you've had some huge culturally impactful songs and big moments. What would you say is the science behind making a hit record?
I'm a little different because I just make records to please myself.
Okay.
So I don't repeat myself. So when I did Oh Carolina, if you really, there's a bunch of other songs that came off that Oh Carolina feel. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, you had Apache Indian did Boom Shakalaka, which was boom, boom, Oh Carolina. Tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby. Wine your body, wiggle your body. It's the same beat. They all took my beat and flipped theirs, and they all went to #1 on the British chart. But I wouldn't do a second one. And so the label got mad at me. And they called me difficult, and I was this. And I pissed a lot of people off because I wouldn't repeat myself. In hindsight, I should have, because then I would have just done a bunch of it and racked up a couple more #1 and made more money. But I was young, ignorant, creative. And so the next record I delivered was a record called Mr. Boombastic. Oh. And they'd listen and say, what the f is this? This is trash. This doesn't sound like Oh Carolina. And it was the first And to this day, it was the first dancehall song to debut at #1. To my recollection, probably the only one to debut at #1 in the British chart. The only other artist that actually did debut at #1 with a single that's a Jamaican artist, other than that one, was Shaggy with Angel, and it wasn't me. Both of them entered the line. Just flexing, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So how has the change in technology impacted your songwriting?
As far as technology, you mean where we are today?
Yeah.
I just think
Your
that
process.
My processes, I mean, I still think the process has changed over. I used to make a lot of records just by myself, but as I get older, it's hard to keep inspired because a lot of the things that you're writing and doing, you've done already. So I surround myself with a lot of young people, and I collaborate now a lot, you know, on making records. It's still me because a lot of these kids are not going to make it and arrange it. You know, they might be lyrical, they might have vibe. The melodies are still all mine, and the flows are still all mine. But some of the lyric, like I'm not going to know that, somebody's going, oh, by the way, you can't say these lines. You got to say capping.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what Riz is. You know what I mean? So I might have a team around me and say, no, you can't say you mad aging yourself. Like you might have to flip it like this a little. And then I might not go full Riz, but I might find a way to do it to where
mix
it's
a little bit.
You know what I mean? I do a hybrid of it. You know what I mean? You don't want to look like the old guy trying to be mad. You know what I mean? So what you're getting from Lottery is really a 2026 version of Shaggy.
Yeah.
As Shaggy's music. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming on there and say you're going to get some trend or something like that, that's not it. What you get, I think that's a mistake I see a lot of legacy artists do by trying to make new music. And you got a fan base that has been with me for 30 years that have been rocking with me and filling, venues with me. And then you're going to do something that they're like, well, I can't even relate to this. Mm-hmm. So I literally try to create subject matters that's relatable to people's lives, both young and old, right? But it's still Shaggy, you know, and that's that Shaggy feel that you're gonna get. That when I say dancehall, reggae, and Shaggy music is Shaggy music,
right? And and I would imagine, not even imagine, at your shows now you have parents and children together.
Oh yeah,
coming in. So you're speaking to multiple generations.
Absolutely. So I can't get too explicit either. I can't get, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, and that hybrid style of like then Shaggy music.
Yeah, then you alienate yourself from the money.
How long? Man, that heavy talk right here. This is what I need to hear.
Like, why you want to do that?
Why you want to do that? Goddamn. Yeah. How long did it take you to make Lottery? How long were you?
8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not because it took me 8 years, because I keep abandoning it to do other things.
Okay.
So I was doing it, and Sting called me to go do 44876. I did 44876, won a Grammy for that, and we sold gold. And we did a tour for 2 years. And then, I did the Sinatra album in reggae. He called me to do that. I stopped there and I do that. Then Spice called me. I went ahead and did the Spice album and did her album. And then Kes situation, I went ahead and did Mood and that Soca EP, and went promoting it with Kes. You know what I mean? So I keep doing things until I was like, okay, my management was like, okay, you got to have a deadline.
You got to lock in.
So I locked in.
It's like you were saying, don't keep your phone on because that life-changing call may come.
At that point, I had to put it out. And even me putting it out, Sting came with, I'd like you to do a theater. And I'm like,
we're going to get to that.
Bro, I got an album right now. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So my question is, within that 8-year period of working on other people's projects, were there songs that were supposed to be on Lottery that kind of got, not even full songs, but ideas that kind of got put on the Sting project Spice?
I did like probably around 200 songs written over the 8 years that I just did not use. I have tons of songs I haven't used. Matter of fact, the opening song, God is Amazing.
That shit goes hard.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I had done it. I had 4 different singers on it, and it just I wasn't feeling it. I did, because I'm hard to, my ears, I know what I want. Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't get the right person to really give me that feel on it. There's music you hear, music you feel. So sonically it might sound good, but feel-wise, it wasn't believable. It didn't move me. And I couldn't, so I almost left that record off the album.
Really?
Totally. Yeah, I had moved to Baruch on it. I know it was dope. I know the subject was great, but I wasn't going to put it on. And then I was on tour in Antwerp, I think, and I was out there with It was me and what's the guy that what's his name? Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics. And he had a singer singing Anna Lennox part. And I was watching her every night, and she just belt, and I was like, oh my God, my skin is just lifting up with this chick. Every night she go out there. Still, I befriended her and her manager. We'd be having lunch and dinner and drinks afterwards. And I was like, man, your voice is so. I said, I have a song. I don't know if you like it. And I say, I'm gonna send it to you. She didn't even heard it because we were in somewhere loud, so I just forwarded it to her. Next morning, I checked my inbox and it was in. And I
just like that.
And I was like, oh. So when I saw her in the day, I said, this thing is sick. I said, when did you do this? She said, oh, I heard it, I liked it, and I just went in my bathroom and I just did it.
Yeah.
In the hotel room. But the crazy part is I didn't know that Vanessa Amorosa is a big Australian superstar. Like she sold platinum and like when I was just there, she doing the movie, because I just did a movie in Brisbane. I went there to her concert and she got a sold out crowd. I was just there watching the whole thing. I was like, oh my God. And they're singing every line to her. Like she's a massive superstar there.
Yes,
but
so,
I just didn't know that because,
yeah.
I just seen her on there and just think that this chick is crazy.
And you're learning in real time about it because and that had to be such a beautiful, fun movie.
Yeah, and it was when it was done, it was so great. I said, I got to make this open the record. I had this open the album.
Yeah, so in sequencing the album, like how did you decide what would be the opener and closer?
I normally wanted to flow. So
Yeah.
I wanted to open with that because it's almost like opening with a prayer in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But then betting on yourself, you're literally telling them like, you're not going to transfer your insecurities onto me. From the beginning of this album, this is what's wrong. Lottery, betting on myself. You will not transfer your insecurities on me because you can't make it. That doesn't mean I can't make it. And the record actually says that. Shaggy say, Okayshop, independent youth now, if you look no favor. You know where your favor. Me want a paper. Some boy a pot scraper. Sit down and watch my business like investigator. Cause them love chat. Right?
Yeah.
Bars. They're my hypocrites. I will know that. You know what I mean? God is amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you start doing that, you literally telling people that I'm going to do what you can only dream of doing.
So, okay, this reminds me of another question that I have. Like I saw in an interview, it was like, I think you did an interview around the time when you were talking about It Wasn't Me.
Yeah.
And you were saying how within the science of writing a record, you were like, yeah, sometimes you got to front load a song with something people understand, and then you just go crazy in the verse.
No, it's kind of. I'll tell you what I said. What I was saying. I remember it clearly because I've said it more than one time.
Because I have a question about this. Okay, yeah.
It's all right. We in Jamaica were taught the Queen's English.
Right.
Like, I get a lot of criticism because I speak to you clearly in English. When I talk to you in a pattern, I say, yeah, virgin, and this and that and that and that, and then you're like, huh? What? I don't know what
I kind of can follow.
Yeah, what did say?
But yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You also remember you live in New York City, which is a
Yes.
melting pot, so you probably
Yes.
hear this every day. If I'm in, Wyoming,
Yeah.
Jackson, Wyoming,
They're like, what?
the fuck is he saying? You know what I mean? And to me, why would I get a platform that's a global platform,
Yes.
right? Finally get an interview, and I'm trying to get my point across, and then you can't understand it. And some of them say, well, he's not being Jamaican. You're taught the Queen's English in Jamaica.
Yeah.
When you're in school, it's the Queen's English you're taught. You're not taught patois. See? Now I'm a big advocate for patois because I come from patois and that's part of. But if I'm trying to be out here on the international stage and try to make things go to move the needle in my life on other people's life, I'm going to communicate with you. It's the craziest thing used to happen to me at record companies. It's like I had a manager that spoke raw patois. You know what I mean? And when I'm going there and start talking, and they would be, remember when they used to have two ways? They'd be on the two way and say, oh, wow, were we listening to this banana boat? They used to send two ways, it's like illiterate. And it wasn't that he's illiterate, he just spoke in an accent.
Oh my God.
So they will actually talk to you and deal with you based on that, thinking that you're not. So I just spoke their language to say, It's like when Jay say, you don't walk in with the bright watch, you walk in with the right watch.
Yeah.
It sets the tone of who you're speaking to.
Got you.
You know, you're not gonna come with me with this low ball book, you know, just because I have an accent.
So
You know what I mean, so okay, I can flip it both ways.
Yeah.
I can accent your old idea, but if you think that you could talk to your little boy a certain way and I'm not gonna know what you're talking about, I'm here. It's like talking that lawyer talk. You know, when they start, that's like, I see some of these young kids who say, when Jay said on that rap, yeah, your contract worded in perpetuity. And kids like, the you mean by that? I was like, you literate.
Oh,
you know,
man.
go find out what in perpetuity means. I mean, they own your ass. You know what I mean?
Forever.
But if they start talking in some of those gerbils, you can't understand. Exactly. You got to educate yourself.
So
you know?
My question about that is, if people could understand patois, who are some of the rawest lyricists that they would be like, oh my God, they're just saying some crazy.
There's a lot of great lyricists. I'm gonna go back even further because a lot of people would think they'd be like, oh yeah, you know, Vibes Cartel, and Cartel is an amazing lyricist, but Agent Sasco, to me, I'm gonna go out on a limb. He's probably the greatest lyricist I've ran into in my life.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like Agent Sasco is, you know, one of the sickest that I know just lyrically. You know, then you got Idonia. Fire. You know what I mean?
To Agent Sasco, Idonia.
Yeah, it's multiple of them.
Yeah.
It's not just, you know, Spraga, wicked lyricist at the same time too. You know, you're going as far. I got to go back when I'm talking about lyrics. You got people with great flows and make great songs, but lyrically, there's a guy called Papa San, King, Lieutenant Stitchie, King, a guy called Professor Nuts. That's the Jesus of it. Okay. You know what I mean? There's guys that lyrically, you guys are that punchline artists, you know, and guys that just make really great records. But lyricists who are, you know what I mean? And then you got guys that are toasters, like sound system toasters, Supercat. Great toaster. They write, they make anything. They could sing. They're like Snoop. You know, Snoop count and sound fly. 1, 2, 3 until the phone. Supercat can say anything and that shit sound dope.
Yeah.
He's got that flow. There's got people like that. You know what I mean? So, and some of them are just great performers and great live people. And there's some artists are great record artists. I don't want to see them live. You know what I mean? They're just horrible. You know,
that's like,
you just let the record play and that's it.
Yeah, that's like battle rappers versus like album artists.
But I'm not taking away from everybody because everybody, it's like
everybody plays in the right pocket.
You got to know what your strength is. Like, I'm no choreography guy. I'm not Ding Dong. Ding Dong will run rings around me because I dance with 2 left feet, right? But I could make records and I could spit my lyrics and I'm charismatic. I know how to work a room. I work harder than everybody. So when you're not good at something else, you got to make sure the next thing you're doing, you ace it. You got to be pro. You got to be at your full potential on that other thing. You know what I mean? It's like if you got skinny legs, you don't wear shorts.
Yeah, don't wear shorts and do some push-ups.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Jim Jones. I mean, you can't wear shorts. Jim, I'm bad. Jim, I'm mad too. You know what I mean?
He got a podcast. He about to fucking.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You can't, you know, if you got skinny legs, you know, if you got a pigeon chest, don't wear your shirt open. You know what I mean? If you ugly, wear a lot of jewelry. You know what I mean? And glasses and shit, you know what I mean? you gotta know how to, you gotta flip it. There's certain that I'm lacking in. I'm gonna be better on the other part.
You gotta compensate.
Yeah, you gotta compensate. That's the word I'm looking for.
But listen, I mean, that was a jewel and a half, a gem and a half. No pun intended.
Hey, you know, I saw Jim did like a 1-leg stand. That boy's strong.
Yeah.
Jim did like one thing. And then when he did it, it's like, what are you talking about? And he did like a sit-up with 1 leg. He'd stand on his leg and just bent right down with his leg, 1 leg and stood back up. I was like, I could do that. And I tried. I was like, shit, I was so up. I was like, after that, I was like Jim for shit. That boy's crazy.
Oh, man. But I want to get back on your catalog a little bit. I want to talk about It Wasn't Me, since, you know.
Okay.
Big song, huge song, monster record. It was built around an Eddie Murphy comedy bit, right?
Yeah.
So my question about that is, how
did
Eddie
Charlie Murphy?
You gave it to Charlie Murphy?
No, because when I saw Eddie, I was watching Charlie Murphy in Bahamas at this hotel in Bahamas, and Eddie was with me. We were watching it together.
Eddie was with you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're in the VIP together.
Yeah.
And I actually told him about it.
You told him about the song? That's what I was going to ask you.
I said, yo, I actually did that from your kid. And he's like, you did? You want me royalties?
I was going to ask you how he felt about it. Eddie would say like that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he was mad
But
cool.
he also is like such a benevolent person.
Yeah,
such a
he
lovely
was mad
person.
cool. He was there to support Charlie that night.
He's got a music career too. He like said, like, we should get in the studio.
because he used to be with Shaba. Him and Shaba made records together. Eddie was so larger than life. That's why I say Shaba was, and is in my because you see Shaba right now, he's a star. He walks in here, he just fills the room with his aura and who he is. And you know what I mean? You can't see Shaba and not be like, who the f is that? he's got that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a true king.
Yeah, it has that.
Another piece of Shaggy lore is the Shaggy defense. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, the politicians use it a lot.
I didn't know about this. It's crazy. Like, how does it? So for the people that
you
don't
want
know,
to be on the other end of that, though.
you don't want to be on the other end of that.
You want to go home to your wife and be saying it wasn't me.
Yeah, basically,
At all.
the Shaggy defense. I might ruin this a little bit, but the Shaggy defense is when a lawyer uses "it wasn't me" to basically defend their person.
Yeah.
My question for you about this
is a lot.
Yeah, and that is all.
He used it on a Stormy Daniels. That's why I did the what was that late night guy again?
Colbert or Fowler?
No, it wasn't Colbert. It wasn't Fowler. It was the other one that he got canceled. Nah, the other one. No, y'all calling the wrong one. Little fat. Nah.
The British dude?
Yeah.
Corden, James Corden.
James Corden. That's the.
We named every Jimmy and James.
Yeah. We did. James Corden. I did a whole skit with me and James Corden. It's on YouTube. You can catch it. It was crazy.
So my question about that is, how does it feel to have an impact that reaches outside of music and even outside of entertainment?
But isn't that the aim?
It is.
Like I can. What kills me with a lot of these artists coming up now is that you work really hard just to break. Then you break, and then you just stop doing work, and then you stop at the ceiling, which makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it is, because if you a guy you've never had more than $1,000 in your bank account, and you got $10,000 now, you're like, I made money.
Yeah.
Give you $100,000, you say, I'm rich. Give you $500,000, you say, I'm gonna retire. I'm set. You have no idea that there's 1 million, 2 million, 100 million, 300 million, 1 billion out there. You can't even fathom yourself in that world. You know what I mean? You get a couple of chains, and you got to understand that executives think the same way. It's like, hey, we got this one. We know he's worth a lot of money, so here, we gonna make sure you get some change. Make sure you get all the shit he needs, because they like shit. And get him a couple of cars. Make sure he flash, because then you're gonna get some baby mamas, and the baby mamas gonna come to him, and then you're gonna be broke, and we're gonna give him half of the advance, then we're gonna make him slave some more, we're gonna take a couple more, and then we give him the other half afterward, then you're gonna be broke again. And it's the same cycle, over and over again. And you just stay there, and then you're not looking at the bigger picture to pass the ceiling. You know what I mean? And there's an old saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I like being around people that are smarter than me, richer than me, right? Better than me. Because then, even if I don't make it there, I'm still, I'm halfway there.
There's so much to learn.
Yeah,
there's so much fruit, so much knowledge. Yeah.
So, that's my mentality. That's how I go through my day.
Yeah, you can tell, man, because like everywhere you pop up at, you pop up excellent and you pop up rejuvenated and new, like you're supposed to be.
I still pop up trying to represent my brand and represent.
Yes. And you pop up true to you. Yeah. Like I've never seen you somewhere and not been like, what's Shaggy doing?
I started like that. When I came out in 1993, there was like, this guy speaks, it's clear. It's just like an American accent. Dude, I've been living here my whole life. You think I'm not gonna have an American accent? Of course. I'm from Flatbush. What do you want me to do? I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm beat boy just as anybody else is. Yeah, I'm from Kingston. You know what I mean? A lot of Jamaicans was in Flatbush. I went to Erasmus Hall. You know what I mean? I'm in the mix of all of it. I like my beef patty and my cocoa bread. You know what I mean? I eat my oxtail and my curry goat just to see it where. But you know what I'm saying? I was around a lot of people. I'm influenced by a lot of people, a lot of things. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be that, not gonna be that guy.
Got you.
I'm representative of who I am, but I'm still gonna rep my culture.
Yeah, and you rep it well. Going back to 2001, you performed at the Michael Jackson 30 celebration alongside Whitney Houston, Usher, Destiny's Child, and Liza Minnelli. But you were one of the
Britney
only.
Spears was there that night too.
Yep.
And Justin. That was the big headline tonight. You know, they was talking about, oh, they get back together. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, you just forget that I just ripped this place and it was down to the ground. Nobody got more forwards than I did. At the end of the day, the press came out here talking about Britney and Justin.
Talk heavy.
But Michael didn't though. Michael said, yo, that kills this.
Because Mike
wasn't buying into that book.
Mike was a real one, man.
Mike was like, yo, Shaggy killed this. Mike said, I love this song. Yo, this right here.
Running back.
That's Shaggy.
Yo, so my question is, you did your song. If you could have covered any Michael Jackson song, which one would it have been?
I love a lot of Michael records. I don't know if I could cover it because that guy's voice is. I've never thought about covering a Michael record.
Or reinterpret. You know what I'm saying? Like reimagine, if you will, for the performance.
What's that song? Reaching out.
I was literally Human Nature. I was literally thinking about that exact line when you said that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Human Nature would be the one for me. That was my favorite. It's so much records though. So much.
You know, you probably know Stevie Wonder wrote that.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Incredible song.
Human Nature was Stevie Wonder?
I'm pretty sure Stevie wrote
I don't think so.
No, it was dude from Toto. My bad.
Yeah, the Toto guy did that.
Yeah. I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah. The Toto guy did that.
So I was gonna ask you if you had any cool MJ stories from that night, but you know, I guess Michael.
That night I walked up to him and I met him and Liz Taylor. We had a brief. I think what he said to me. He says, oh, you're amazing. And then he says, you know, wasn't me sound like something I would write. That's what he said. And then when I walked off, I think I looked at Rick Rock. I was saying, Michael be don't be yo. Our boy got don't be thinking that because this is the way he said that shit to me. I was like, yo.
Oh my God. Oh my, I'm gonna be saying
Michael
that.
A player.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question. The next question is about something that happened in that 8-year gap between putting out Lottery. You executive produced an album for Spice.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
What was it like? How did y'all link up, and what was it like working with her?
You know, Spice had hit me in my DM, asked me to do a song with her. I've known Spice for years. I've seen her around and whatnot, but we weren't like close friends. But she hit me on my DM. She didn't have my number. No, she hit my DM, and she said, "Can we do a record together?" And I was like, "All right, yeah, sure." And so, in starting to research her, to see the type of song I wanted to write, for her and me to do, there was a lot of songs that I didn't think were properly produced, just sonically, and
your songs or
her songs?
Okay, her songs
that weren't arranged. So I called her back. I say, "Yo, a lot of your songs ain't really as hot as sonically it wasn't." And then she started to cry on the phone and says, "It's just me alone. I have nobody else." And then she went into a whole thing that VP Records had her wrapped up in a long agreement, and it was just so I said, "Let's meet," and then we met, and she told me the whole thing that was going on with VP, and she had a record with them. She had a contract with them for 10 years. She had never put an album out. She had one record that blew up called Something Like It that was done by another producer, and then VP came in and exercised their right because she was signed to them, and then took that record over, and it was a crazy thing, and she just was at odds with them. But knowing Chris and Randy, who I'm dealing with now with this record, I had a relationship with them, so I kind of went into them, and they're the heads of VP, and I said, "Yo, bro, you paid like 15 grand for this chick when you got her early. You made that money 10 folds over. Let her go."
Yeah.
I said, "I'll make you a deal. I'll give you one album if you erase all four, right? I'll give you one album. I'll produce it. I'll guess on it, right? And you just let it go. And they agreed. And,
Wow.
And we did the album. It was 10. It was nominated for a Grammy. It was a successful album. The single Godong Day. She went and called Sean. Sean ears is shot. He know a hit.
Yeah.
Said, I'm on it. He flipped it, sent it back to me the next day, and we're on the races. It was one of my greatest things, milestone things in my career.
Yeah.
Because I got to write for Spice, and you know.
And that's an incredible story, especially when you can help an artist get into a better situation.
Yeah, you know. And the crazy thing, I even ended up buying her publishing back, and turned it back over to her.
Mike was like, I like that.
Yeah, Mike didn't do that all the time. He did it for one guy. He could have done it for Bob Marley. He could have. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah.
But speaking to another one of your collaborations, you went from working with Sting International early on to working with Sting.
Yeah.
Like, how many other Stings are you going to work with? You know what I'm saying? Are you finding all the Stings?
Only one Sting, man.
There's only one Sting?
It's only one Sting.
Only one Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so
nobody's talking about Sting local. Shut up.
But so my question
We're
is,
talking about Sting Global.
Sting Global.
It's only one Sting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the Sting that we'll be on for the 9th of the last ship, the Metropolitan Opera. Make sure you come check out Sting and Shaggy live with a musical. By the way, first Jamaican right now to play at the Metropolitan Opera.
And I want to ask you
That's
about
another one. So you should keep your phones off.
Turn the phone off.
Since y'all over here sent that fucking memo early.
You know what I'm saying? you know. But going back to before the play, you and Sting collaborated on the album 44
876.
876.
Yeah. So 44 is the area code of the UK, and 876 is the area code of Jamaica. So it's 44 to 876.
Yeah. So my question about that is, taking it very literal, what do you and Sting talk about? Like, what are your conversations?
Every day?
Well, not like,
Well, every day. Sting and I was watching the Knicks last night. I was at his house. By the way, I think I just put something that was the best restaurant in the world because he's got chefs. You know what I mean? So he got different. It's so
that I would expect that.
But he got like multiple chefs. It's like you might have a Michelin star chef come in and rock it for this week, and then you have another Michelin star come in.
Yeah.
So it's different chefs.
Oh, so he has like.
So I like eating at his house because it's the best restaurant.
It's Restaurant Row. You never.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then I'm looking at the view at the park. You know what I mean? And it's free.
Yeah.
So we talk about everything, man. Yeah, that's my guy. That's
How did y'all link up? How did that connection
By
happen?
chance. Sometimes God put people in your circles for different reasons, you know. That's a brother I never knew I needed.
Yeah.
You know, I did one song. We did a song, Don't Make Me Wait. My manager, Martin Kirzenbaum, who is his manager now, but at that time was our A&Rs. And he just thought, by working with both of us, it's like, I got to get these two guys together. Creatively, they could be great. And he put us together. We did one song. And in the studio, we had more fun than we did work, and just decided we didn't want the fun to stop, and we're still having fun to this day.
It's like a brotherhood.
Yeah, and then we get to do crazy things that we think of it, we do it. It's some of it is off the wall. I did a Sinatra album in reggae, bro. It don't get more niche than that.
That's like a Mad Lib.
And it's fire.
And it's fire.
If you ever listen to that, you better roll up one when you listen to that. That thing is fire. Yeah.
Yeah. It's an unlikely pairing, but it makes so much sense when you see it together. You know what I'm saying?
On paper it looks weird. Yeah.
On paper it looks weird, like, but
you come there. But if you go to Sting and Shaggy show, you're gonna just sit there. It's like, Jesus, how many hits? Because they're lined up his and mine all together. It's like fire.
But so you're on Broadway right now for the last.
Yeah.
Like, talk to me about that play and like just what's the.
You know, it's a play about his hometown, and it's very personal to him because his dad was a shipbuilder, I think, and he was in the neighborhood of shipbuilders. And he was the guy that wanted to get out. He didn't want to be a guy going there building ships. So he literally became a rock star, you know, and found a guitar from a neighbor that left the guitar when he was moving, and taught himself to write songs and wanted to get out of that situation and did. So the story is kind of autobiographical in a way, because there's a love story there where a guy that actually leaves for the military just to get out of this whole ship thing because he didn't want to become that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's a beautiful story. It's very reminiscent of now because, 80% of the ship back in the days used to be built by England. And that whole industry dried up. It's kind of like now AI is coming in and people's industry are drying up. And so it's that kind of a story. And he just wrote a part in there called The Ferryman.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about your character.
Yeah,
You're the ferryman.
Yeah, The Ferryman, which is, he wrote that as I'm kind of West Indian in a way in it, because there were a lot of West Indian people that helped to rebuild England after the war back in the days. And so you find a lot of that around. Even with the Police music, a lot of that was heavily Caribbean influenced.
Yep, you can hear it.
You can hear it. And even songs like Every Breath You Take were written in Jamaica.
Got you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you said it, like my mind just played it.
So the connection is back. And I brought Sting back to perform at Shaggy and Friends in Jamaica. And that was his first time performing in front of a Jamaican audience. And it was one of the greatest things for him because he felt like he was coming home in a sense, because he had pulled so much inspiration from this island to finally just be back in front of them and giving a free concert for a hospital was one of his greatest things. And he talked about it a lot with me.
Man, that's beautiful. From Spice to Sting, like bringing people, like giving people chances to, what I'm saying?
I like off the wall.
Yeah. Shouts to Mike, another Mike.
Yeah.
So I have this thing, it's like the multiverse of Shaggy for me. Because you were in Sebastian live in the Little Mermaid live as Sebastian, you sang Under the Sea. You had a song on the Scooby-Doo soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
You sang as the Space Bunny on The Masked Singer, and you're currently the Ferryman. So like, you have popped up in all these places as a musical person, as a character. Like, is there any film or TV idea that you think you would flourish in?
Well, I just wrapped the film. I wrapped the film called Honeymoon with Harry, with Jake Gyllenhaal and Kevin Costner and Sarah Pigeon and Rita Ora. We're all in the movie together.
Okay.
I literally just wrapped it in Australia, and that comes out next year.
What's the plot? Can you tell us any? Or is that NDA
I ain't
stuff?
telling you that part.
Okay.
You ain't gonna get me fired before I start.
We don't want to get Shaggy fired, so we're not gonna check the movie when it comes out. What's it called?
Honeymoon with Harry. It's probably on the net. You probably get that on the net. But I think a lot of those things prepared me. Certainly doing the musical has prepared me to actually get in this role, because I actually auditioned for the role.
Oh shit! It wasn't like a shoe-in. It was
no. It was. I auditioned for it, and I just kind of did really well. So they just kind of picked me.
Is it acting or singing or both?
It's full on acting.
Oh shit! No singing.
Nah, I'm not singing. I'm playing a different character.
Oh wow! How hard was it for you to get in the character and act and just act as a different person?
Fear is the killer of dreams. So I was scared because I'm gonna do it beside all my scenes. Is with Kevin and Jake.
Two killers.
So imagine me stepping into that now. For one thing I know, first thing I did, I made sure I learned all my lines. I knew that like second nature.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna be the one on there and be like, cut, tell him what
line.
Yeah. I ain't gonna be that guy. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be that guy that go out there and not know, and not know my shit.
Yeah.
But what was great is like God put people in your way. Like Kevin really just kind of took me after my first scene with him. We went, he called me and was like, meet me in the bar. We're going to be downstairs. We went down to a hotel. We were shooting at this big resort. And him and I sat down there for probably around 3-4 hours and just drank and talked. Of course, I'm a Yellowstone fan. I'm like, geez, I'm sitting with John Duck right now, boy. You know what I mean? And I got all the secrets, by the way. I know why he left. But anyway. I ain't gonna tell you shit though. But
we'll wait till the cameras are off.
Yeah, but he really just kind of took me under his wings and kind of showed me what I needed to do and how I should do it, and it was really good. And Kevin does that all the way. He did that with Whitney Houston too on The Bodyguard.
Yeah,
he did the same thing. He was even responsible for her doing "I'll Always Love You," which apparently the record company didn't want her to do because she was this big R&B singer. Now she's doing a country record. But she put some soul to it, and him and David Foster really fought for her to do it. He told me that whole story too. So he's definitely a guy that actually extends, just his expertise and his knowledge to help people that he thinks is really serious about it and has that spark. First thing he came to watch me at the play, and he says, "You got a lot of charisma out there, bro. you got to harness that into your acting.
That raw talent.
And then you know, Jake was also with me on it. He kind of guided me throughout the whole thing too. So I was blessed with these two legends really guiding me through it. And so now you make an uncomfortable situation becomes comfortable.
Mm.
And then after that, you leave there being a favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how the vibe is.
Legends guiding a legend. I love it. So we're coming to the end. I got a couple more questions.
All right.
One of those questions, my research was a little bit off. You told me that It Wasn't Me was not nominated.
No.
It wasn't nominated. Well,
Nor was the Hot Shot album put in. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, MCA.
But so in this universe,
So much that the president actually bought my seat. We bought like a midsection seat. They paid for like front row, our second row seat, so I could be in the Grammy. You know, because they f***ed up by not putting it, because we debuted at number 17. So we debuted at 17, not number 17, debuted at 17,000 copies. So we didn't even hit the 100 chart, at the 200 chart. We were a flop. So they had ripped me off from Jump Street, and then just out of nowhere, some DJ out of Hawaii started playing It Wasn't Me, and then all of a sudden, I'm the guy that's getting them their bonuses.
look at that.
At the end of the year.
A smoker.
Yeah.
So let's just say in this world, in this universe, It Wasn't Me is nominated. And I'm gonna give you a chance to give this Grammy acceptance speech for this song.
Okay, here we go.
So I'm gonna call off the nominees, and then I'm gonna let you win. Okay, so, and the nominee for 1995's best song is Christina Aguilera, Lady Marmalade.
Your date is wrong.
It's wrong. Oh, see,
It ain't 1995, it's 2000.
it's 2000. You're right. I'm reading the paper.
Okay.
Okay, let's
You
go.
gotta do that again.
Yeah. And the 2000 nominee for best song goes to, or the nominees for 2000's best song. They would never hire me to do.
Clearly.
The nominees for 2000's best song are Lady Marmalade by Christina Aguilera, Lil' Kim, Maya, and Pink. Nobody Wants to Be Lonely by Ricky Martin and Christina Aguilera. New York State of Mind by Tony Bennett and Billy Joel. My Kind of Girl by Brian Knight and Justin Timberlake. And It Wasn't Me by Shaggy and Rick Rock. And the winner is It Wasn't Me by Shaggy and Rick Rock.
Yeah. Y'all. I definitely go out there and do some ghetto shit like that.
I love it. Hey, we'll take it. That's the speech.
Number one.
With a f***ing bullet. Shout to Hawaii.
What's up?
All right. I got two more questions.
Probably come out there with some things. It's a good thing I didn't go up there then. Back then, I was a different dude back then too. Probably go up there acting all wild and out.
Two more questions. So, your oldest son is a rapper named Robb Bank.
Yeah.
What was it like to see him go through the industry, and did you give him any advice on like navigating?
You can't give that guy advice, man.
Okay.
You know what y'all youngins are, man. You don't listen to the old boys say. Yeah.
So wait, okay. How does it feel to have a child navigate? How does it feel to like watch him go
He's
through
my
that
best
journey?
friend.
Yeah.
He's my best. I have a fantastic relationship with him. But you gotta let people navigate through their own vibe. You know what I mean? And it's a different time. What am I to come in here to tell him what to do within this? Like, he's showing me things now.
Yeah, the whole different industry.
Yeah, he's showing me, especially how the internet work and the game is, and But they were around. They were great. He's already done a lot of great things because there's a couple of things that people don't realize that. Even what's the festival they have down there, which is Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
Matt and Tariq and them, they're all from the same crew as Robb. They used to promote concerts. Robb concert, because Robb was really the first one to break out of Broward.
Mm-hmm.
He was really the first hip hop guy to be successfful, right? And then like him, X.
Yeah, because his name was bubbling for a while.
Slumdog, Ski Mask, and
Ski Mask, yeah.
They're all Jamaican. They all
Did not know that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think I remember one day coming at my house and they was outside playing like basketball or something like that. And I was like, yo, tell the nigga pull his pants up and shit. And I'm like, yo, by the way, that was X. I mean, they were kids. They were all just all kids, And I just didn't know that these kids were gonna do these things, which they ended up doing. I mean, and Matt and Tariq and them, I love them guys. They built something really incredible with Rolling Loud, and Richie and them, they're just great kids that I've seen done really good things with their lives. And Richie's touring all, well, Robb, sorry, he's touring all over the world. He's called me, yo, I'm in Asia, I'm in China, they go around and they tour. They have these really cult following that really rock with them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see, I wish he would be a little bit more commercial, but he's got to make that move when he makes it, because I've been cussing him all day. I was like, yo, man, there's this other money.
He's like, in due time. Money is good, Rob.
He's so true to the art of it. Like I'll sell it out in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And everything. Oh well, Shaggy, you can't. I did banana. No, banana. 2 billion streams. I'm like, yeah. I was like, man, that's the corny. I have
2 billion streams.
2 billion streams. I'll be a sellout in 2 minutes. Be at the bank and everybody say, yo, you bought it down, sell out. I'm like, cha-ching. But I could still come back and do some flash and go down there.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. But he ain't like that. He's so true to the game and true. Like, he's a hip hop historian too. I don't know if you ever get the chance to speak to him. He'll tell you everything about rap and where it came from, and Biggie and even before then, and Slick Rick, and he knows all that.
Yeah,
he's a rap historian. That's how deep he goes in on it.
And I love that, and that's probably why he's like. So
So it's hard to get him out. I just let him live, man.
Yeah, because the other question I have for you,
it makes him happy. So it makes him happy. Why not?
And I was gonna say the other question I have for you about that was, do you have any advice to give for parents with children that want to follow their path to the arts? And I think what you just said about you got to let them vibe.
I don't think parents realize that you're not cool. I mean, it's sad to say.
Yeah.
You're not. I don't give a shit what you do. You're not cool.
You're not cool.
Your kids.
Jay-Z is just an old man in the house.
That's an old dude. Blue. They're saying, what the f is he doing? She got over there, act like she like it. I hope none of my friends are thinking.
Oh my God, that's way too much fun.
And for me, he's doing the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah. We're like,
yo,
my name is Ho.
Over stop it on him. The youngins be like, what the hell is perpetuity?
Yeah. Great callback, by the way.
I mean,
right.
So, you're not cool, man. Kids you're not cool. You just gotta, have communications with them and let them go through their. I mean, they'll come back though. There was probably around 2 years that him and I didn't speak at all. Like no communication, no nothing. He was doing crazy interviews, calling me all kind of names.
I didn't see any of that in my research.
Oh yeah, it's back then. But then, after a while, he just came over and was like, yo, that was stupid of me. You just gotta people are just young and people do things.
Yeah. So my last,
there's a lot of dumb shit I did. We just didn't have internet.
Yeah, exactly.
And we didn't have TikTok and Instagram to show
had
my dumb shit.
At best, we had
a film
camera.
Of dumb shit.
We had a film camera that the film getting developed.
So I don't get on kids doing dumb shit, because that's what you're supposed to. Yeah. It's sad when they get to a point where they lose their freedom because of it. Mm-hmm. I hope that never happens to any parent.
Yeah.
You want nobody lose, because I've done some shit that probably if I got caught, I would have lost my freedom.
Yeah. I think a lot of us have.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think the law should be a little bit more lenient on kids, and it's a case by case because it's just straight up.
Straight up.
It's just straight up.
Straight up.
That's just what they're unreformable. You know what I mean? But there's, it has to be a case by case basis, and that's why judges are important, and they got to look into people's past and patterns and shit like that.
Yeah.
So and for me, if I do something up, and I'm like, if I walk and step in the hole and twist my ankle, I ain't stepping in the same hole. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
That's a joke.
Then you're just stupid and you deserve to go to prison.
Oh my God. All right. One more question. This is the last question.
Yeah.
This is a segment on my show called The Big Playback, where we seek justice for an underappreciated or overlooked gem. It could be an album, song, or artist. The artist that I'm going to choose, I'll let you go first if you want to, but I got one.
No, let me hear you.
First one, the one that I got are the Born Jamaicans.
Which one? What song?
Send You My Love.
Oh, that was dope.
With a dozen
Edley
roses.
Shine and Notch.
Man, that thing goes
Leslie
crazy.
Cooney was the A&R for that record too.
Okay.
from Delicious Vinyl.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was close to them guys too. So I'm you know, Notch had an amazing voice.
Yeah, they were really dope. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
go check those
He
dudes out if
started
you
doing
haven't.
Spanish music after a while too.
Shit,
I'm
really?
gonna tell you a crazy thing. You know, when I did Wasn't Me, Notch actually voiced that record.
Like demoed it? Or what do you
No,
mean voice?
I wanted him to go in because when I didn't have a singer. Rick Rock was on
Oh,
it. Rick
yeah.
Rock was, him and I wrote it. He wasn't an artist.
Yeah.
He just did the demo. So I had Rayvon do it. Actually, I gave that record away to Tonto and Devontae. They had Everyone Falls in Love. And I gave it to them, because my manager hated the record and the record coming in one.
Oh.
So I gave it to Tonto and Devontae, and they gave it to their A&R. They had a deal at Sony at the time, a guy called Brad DeCapin, I think was his name. And I played it for him on the phone, and he was like, I sent it to him. And I talked to him on the phone, and he was like, yo, that's not a hit. And he played me. Gal said, well, I'm like, that record is, Tony Kelly, Where's All in Student, them records is being, what, And we ended up, he ended up didn't use a record, and I needed a singer for it, so I asked Notch to sing it, and he sang it, and he sounded sick on it. Like, he did the best job out of it. He sounded better than Rick Rock, to be honest with you. But then he came back like the next day, called me and said he got a vision from God that he's not supposed to do that type of record. And
I did not expect that to happen in this story.
So I was like, all right, cool. And then Wayne Wonder, but Wayne didn't really grab it. Rayvon didn't really grab it, so we ended up putting Rayvon on Angel, which was not a big smash for him. And so we just used the demo that Rick Rock did, and Sting International really just doctored it up and made it fly. And that became the record. So Rick Rock was no artist, and still ain't no artist. Nobody know him. But, and he come on stage with his hands like, it's not honey came in. Yeah, he didn't have that artist thing. But he made money. He bought a couple of homes, and he's happy. He's a Christian now. God bless him.
God bless. So, do you have a song or artist that you feel like needs more love, underappreciated? It could be one from your catalog, or
there's two songs I have that I think should have gotten much bigger. One, I think is Big Up, Big Up.
Big Up, Big Up.
If it big up, all I do want is big up, big up. See all y'all moving? Everybody know that record. But that record was so before our time. There was no video done of it. There was no marketing ever done of it. It was picked up by all the major stations. So KTU played it, C100 played it. A lot of big stations just played it. But nobody ever worked the record. Nobody ever got behind it. Like when we had Old Carolina, what Virgin should have done and the management should have done, if they had any sense, was actually after Old Carolina, instead of going with Soon Be Done or any of these other, let's go behind Big Up. Let's redo Big Up and put that back out and blow it back up. That's what should have been done. That would have been a smart thing because it was already a massive record in the core. International didn't get it yet. But it just didn't go. So that record is an underrated record that could have gone.
Big Up, Big Up.
Yeah. And
run that one.
Big Up. And the next record I think that could have gotten, which it kind of did, but it could have gone way further, was Action. And Action was massive, and Terror Fabulous, Nadine Sutherland, massive record. Again, played on a lot of major stations. But that could have been such a monster. Had the right, and at that point, I think Terror Fabulous was a part of it. He was starting to go a little off, and didn't want to promote the record. There was a lot of things why the record didn't go. I know Sylvia Rhone was behind that record at one point, trying to get it all the way.
I didn't know.
They had an opportunity to do to perform it on the Super Bowl, and what I'm told is Terror Fabulous didn't want to do it, and so there was a lot. It could have. That's why I said that could have been one of them.
Yeah, because that's
to make it, but it didn't go.
That's one of those ones when you run it at the club. It goes up.
Crazy.
It goes
just a timeless record that happened. Buju had a couple that I think could have, but that one record just kind of killed everything. But he could have had that.
Yeah.
Those monsters easily. I just think the controversy really just dampened his whole. But he still did crazy things in life, and just is one of the icons of the game.
Absolutely. And
I just knew how to navigate around the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's one of the icons of the game,
Yeah.
and you're one of the icons of the game.
Yeah,
So Shaggy,
so we just got around it.
thank you very much for spending some time with me at the table.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it,
man.
man. I mean, place looks nice. It's great. You know, I mean, you could have had like jerk chicken or something from Jamaican and shit.
It's his fault.
All right, man.
Yo,
Appreciate
thank
it,
you,
man. Much love, man.
Peace.
Great one.
Once again, shout out to Shaggy for dropping by the show. His new album, Lottery, is out now on all streaming platforms. You should go check that out as soon as the credits are done rolling. And speaking of credits, stick around until the very end for a little something extra. The Almanac of Rap is created and hosted by Donwill. Executive producers are Donwill, Aisha Sese, and Travis Harris. The show is directed by Travis Harris. The show is produced and edited by Kobe Bafor. Art direction for the show was handled by Kaushik Kaladindi. The production coordinator is Bianca Ortiz. Audience development is handled by Hassan Spruill and Ashawn McCullen. Our audio marketing strategist is Fabian Mickens. The show's camera operators are Travis Harris, Kobe Bafor, Trigger Bowden, and Compton Timberwolf. Graphic design was done by Jefferson Harris. Compton's also our technical director and audio engineer. Our social media producers are Taylor McGee and Michael Mays Jr. The show's associate producers are Brianna Harris, Tiara Jackson, and Javon Stevenson. The show's theme music was provided by Von P. The show is written by Don Will and Peter Berry. All right, you guys still here? Cool. Here's a clip of a man on divorce court using the Shaggy defense.
He still denied it. Still.
Mr. Garris,
It wasn't me.
it wasn't you?
That's what Shaggy said. It wasn't me.
I was just kidding, but is that the best you got?
No, I mean, I'm not that particular incident she talking about, Your Honor. I have no recollection of that.
Oh, he definitely did. All right, I'll see you guys next time on the Almanac of Rap. Pull over.